This one's from Sarah. Okay, Sarah and Jade. Obviously, they showed account. I know. We've seen a couple of your videos about, chicken at KFC, not KFC S. It's Southern Fried Chicken. Right, obviously they live in America, so they don't have it there. Anyway, but what is your favourite thing to eat? Well, I'm not sure you want to hear, but as my video suggests at the beginning, it may contain harsh language. So, my wife's pussy and ass. Yes. Morning, noon, night, whenever. Whatever she's doing, in the shower, on the toilet, whatever. Anyway, another question is from the same person. Persons. Sorry. You wear glasses. What's the story behind that? In my first video about me, I wear glasses because I inherited an eye degenerative disorder from my father. As I grow older, with no fault of my own, I have bad eyesight, and sometimes my grandfather and all that lot got degenerative eye disorder, and sometimes they go blind, sometimes they get really bad eyesight. So I don't know what's going to happen. Okay, I've got another question from Mystical Passages, Kathy. She's a friend of ours, by the way. Her question is, what do you think about stem cell research? Is it right? Bombers lifted the ban on it. Tell me what you think. Blessings, Kathy. My things on it. Right, Bush banned it because he was getting enough. How can I say it? I'm going to move over onto Obama, not Bush, because this conflicts with. Anyway, the reason why Obama lifted it, one, because his so-called Christianity, but it's like apples and oranges, he stabs himself in the back with it. 1 minute he's Christian. Christians believe God made man and woman, humans if you like, and therefore only God can create life. This stem cell research, even though it helps people, it can create life as well. So he's stabbing himself in the foot with that. And because Obama's cutting back on oil and making it cheaper, he wants more money. That's the undertow of it, like all presidents and governments do. So he's lying to the public, saying the stem search will, this is a good thing and it'll help people in the long run. His undertow is the government, the public will fund this, put a couple of p up on tax and whatever for each person or each item you buy, and because there's millions and millions of public, people in America, that adds up to billions and billions. Anyway, so he'll get, a good percentage of that. And is it a good idea? No, it's not a good idea for one. People want to help other people, that's fine, but you should not fuck around with nature. I mean, cloning is like stem cell research, but you do it in a petri dish, and you do it. You're basically tearing cells apart and getting good cells and everything. it's like Dolly the sheep over here. They cloned the sheep and they reckon they did a good job and it went down in history books. But a couple of weeks later had chronic arthritis, and months later, through agony and agony, it finally died. Same thing with research. They think they're doing good, but in the long run, it'll always go wrong. Probably the person who had this stem cell research, had this stem cell transplant, whatever it's called, I don't know, will always have something wrong with them, be it immediate or sometime in the future, like the cells started dying, or they grow another torso or something, cancer or AIDS or whatever. So in the long run, it's not a good thing, believe me. But Obama wants money, that's all he wants. And I got the message from here from French Fry Richie. Right, he said, "Hey there buddy, I got a few questions for you. I hope they're not harsh, blah blah blah. I know that you said you have an illness. It's called disability. An illness you can get over. A disease you can't. So I'm stuck in between. It's not a disease and it's not an illness. Anyway, and you say it's not your fault. Yeah, that's not my fault. But you're smart as fuck. So how can you be smart as hell with politics and stuff? I'm not smart with politics. What makes me smart is I see things clearly and I know what the government up to. That's what makes people think I'm smart. I can see the implications of it, be it good, bad. Like solar power, take that for instance. That's clean, abundant, and that can power the world forever. Yes, power the world forever if we harness it. That isn't smart, that's just right thinking. People say I'm smart for thinking that way, but it isn't smart, because all the way through their life the government and society has drilled into their head that only the cars are solution, and getting around from A to B you have to use petrol, polluting the world. So that isn't smart. You thinking I'm smart isn't, it's me thinking clearly. But I am smart in a way, because I can see things more clearly and I know what's going on. Anyway, if you can only use half your brain, ? Not half the brain, that's just a metaphor for saying parts of my brain's not working properly or not working at all. That's why I'm not sturdy on my legs. From when I was born I died for a couple of minutes, blah blah blah, and in that time, anyway, when you first met your wife, when did you both decide to get married and have a kid? Well, obviously you can't meet someone straight away and decide to get married. We lived with each other for months and months, and without argument, without the normal relationship stuff, and we just did it. It comes natural to us. And that part about having a kid, it just seems natural, to have an offspring. I can't say it brought us close together like other families, because we already were close together. And to this day, over 17 or 18 years I think it is, we don't measure time, because in our relationship time is infinite. We don't count it like others, because counting is a sign of God, when this be over. So it just comes natural to us. Yeah. And blah, blah, blah. And I love your videos. Good. That's it. Catch you next time.